I get like really orange and then you get really pale, like, do you know what I mean? It's just like weird contrast.
Like 2 different contrasts of colours. Hello everybody,
Hey.
welcome back. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you see, okay, I've never been in a video which is someone else's video. So
Oh
I've never had to sit through like, hey guys, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But
see, I usually do it, I'm like, hello everybody, today I'm here with Jade, and then you're like, hey.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with Jade.
Hey!
See, you got it! That's good. Being a, like, what it's like to actually be a revision YouTuber, because I feel like, judging by the comments on both of our videos recently, we've kind of given off the impression that we're like really put together with life.
Yeah, like we're not.
And we just want to do a video while we're together to show that, like, when we say that we're not actually as like put together as we seem, we are genuinely not actually as put together as we seem. And we kind of want to like bust some myths, because there are so many myths that like every single revision YouTuber like revises like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, literally.
Does nothing else.
Like all the questions I get are just like, oh my god, like how many hours of revision do you do a day? Like tell me the exact amount of hours you need to do.
So we're gonna be what?
What?
We're here to like bust those myths and like make sure you realise that we're human beings.
Exactly.
Like, it's half term, we should be revising right now. And what have we done today?
We went to Prezzo, and ate a pizza, because I'm vegan, okay? And we thought they would do vegan pizza, but it was just like, what was it? It had
bread and tomato with some peppers.
Bread and tomato, but it's all good.
But that's all we've done today.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I travelled for 3.5 hours to get here.
And did we do any revision?
No. Well, no. Okay, to be fair, she had a chance. I was travelling. What were you doing?
Watching Friends. So, it's not
but yeah,
too
see
bad.
guys, it's fine. Like, you don't need to be revising 24/7, okay?
We're human. And speaking of humanness, I have a few questions.
Humanness.
So, first question is, how on earth do you successfully juggle filming, editing, revision exams, social media, a proper diet, and still have time to go out? Go.
I don't even know, because the thing is, I don't realise that I'm like doing all of that.
Me neither.
Until it's like written out in a tweet like that, and you're like, okay, wow.
I actually managed to do that. Yeah.
I feel like you focus on different things more than others at all times. Do you know what I mean? Like YouTube obviously takes a bit of like a back burner, you know, during exams. Proper diet.
You've got a proper diet. You eat well healthy, and then there's just like glazed crispy
it like depends. It depends. Do you know what I mean? I feel like for me personally, I wake up really early, so I can like balance stuff. I have that extra time in the morning to do revision, and also like balance the whole YouTube. But yeah, it's not easy, is it?
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Like, I get up early, even like in the holidays when I've got to do revision, I'll be up at like 7, just because you have that extra time in the day, and like, you're not going to be revising at 11 o'clock, really, are you? So it's better to be sleeping at that point and then getting up early. But I feel like with juggling, it's just prioritising. So like, my social life kind of doesn't exist May to June, whereas like...
You see, I'm so bad because...
I still do stuff.
I maintain my social life too much, I think. Like the other day I was like sleepover and stuff.
Same.
And...
I went out, had some fun. I feel like you just need to, like, you know in your gut if you're going out to have self-care time and do something you like, or you're going out to avoid revision. So like on Friday I didn't feel like bad like going out because I just had 2 weeks of exams. It's not like... So yeah, I feel like it's just all about like... Yeah,
and you can make up for it. Like if you know you're going to go out on like a certain day, then
build
you just
around it.
like revise a bit before or the day after or something, or just make sure to wake up like an hour earlier or just something like that. Just like,
exactly. Like realistically I knew I wasn't going to get any revision done today. Like I knew in my heart of hearts. So like the last 3 days I've been revising loads. Yeah. So then when I have today off, it's not like... oh my god, I'm really behind. So I feel like it's just that sort of thing, like work it around your life, your schedule. Oh, things you wish you knew before starting sixth form.
So much. It's hard. It's really hard.
It's
like,
difficult.
It's
and
really hard.
When people say to you like you think GCSEs are easy, wait to A-levels, they are being serious. They're not just trying to do it to annoy you. Like it is
I'd say literally just if you stay on top of it from the start, you will be okay. But 100%. If you decide to start using your freeze like 2 months in or something like that, it'll all like crash and fall before you. So you need to just like stay on top of it from like the get-go.
And use your freeze.
Yeah, use a freeze and revise for every like little test that you have.
Yes, because it helps so much.
Definitely.
I revised so much for my mock exam. So with politics now, because I've revised it for my mocks, and then I revised it again in Easter, I'm kind of like well, I know it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you revise little and often, and make your notes as you go along as well.
Oh God. Please, yes,
make your notes because you're not going to have time.
Every biology and chemistry lesson that I have, literally the day of that lesson, I make my flashcards that day. And then when it comes to like Easter and stuff, I'm just like revising the flashcards rather than like making them.
Yeah, I haven't made any new notes in absolutely apart from English, because you're always making new notes for English.
Yes.
Like with other subjects where you actually just have to learn stuff, just make your notes as you go.
Yeah.
Like literally, I just have a one big slab of my maps for politics, and that is just what I use to learn. Did that with history, and that was my best GCSE.
I'm just not a mind mapper.
See, I am. But
it just depends, doesn't it, on like the person?
See, I'm only a mind mapper for politics and history, really. But like, I feel like it depends on the person. Like, I can't use them for English as much, really. Yeah. To be fair, I can't really use anything for English. It's kind of impossible to revise for. You sometimes find yourself not taking your own advice.
Yes.
You guys think that we literally follow everything we say. I do not practice what I preach for like 90% of the shit that I come up with on this channel.
Like, I think some days I literally just need to watch my own videos again. And like, and just reevaluate my life choices.
Just remember, exams aren't everything. And then there's me like, oh my god, exams are everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I tell you guys, like, oh, you know, make sure you're taking regular breaks. I'll do like a 3-hour stint in one go and then take a break. Like, I do not take my own advice. So like, don't think just because we're telling you to do stuff meaning that we actually do it. Like with like English essays as well. That video about my English essay is like,
I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that in every single
essay. I'm not like
definitely when it gets into like time conditions and pressure,
you just don't have
we
that
crumble
time.
too.
Yeah, we crumble.
I mean? Yeah, we do.
Crumble.
Like, I think everyone assumes that just because you know how to like give the advice and stuff, that when it gets to the exam situation you'll be fine.
It's a lie. Honestly, I wish I'd watched that video before I'd gone into my English exam, because I'd probably did about 2 of the things I actually said to do. So yeah, don't think that we always take our own advice, because we don't. You're going to any open days? If so, how are you fitting them in? I'm going to maybe Cambridge, maybe Oxford. Probably not though, because I'm going to summer schools there.
That's the same with me. I don't think I'm going to go.
Edinburgh I'm going to because it's the day of my last, it's the day after my last exam, so I'm not going to be doing anything.
What day is your last exam?
8th of June.
Okay, yeah.
So like it's on the 9th, so I'm just going up. Exeter I'll probably go to, but like I'm not going to too many.
I want to go to Durham.
I went to Durham in September, so like...
You're so on it! She does have her life together, okay?
I don't. I'm going to Durham again, I think, on that Monday. So yeah. I say go to them though, because like when you finish with your ASs, your exams are not for another year, so
I know, like definitely. And also, I feel like the UCAS deadlines are going to come around like before you know it.
I think uni needs to take priority, because like all my friends in year 13 said once they'd sent off their UCAS, that was when they started focusing on their A levels again. And
but it stresses me out so much because I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. And my parents, like personally, my dad didn't go to uni, and my mum is Dutch, so she went to like a Dutch college. So I feel like my parents aren't very like knowledgeable. So I find it really hard. Like I have to do everything myself, or it's like by reputation of what other people say. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, I get you. It's just all a big. I'm basically just trying not to think past the end of exams, because I know that as soon as I get back, it's gonna like boom, deputy head girl stuff, boom, UCAS, boom, this, boom, So we're just not gonna think about that. How do you de-stress from revision? I always watch a film. I like watch a funny film, read a book, sleep.
Yeah, I like to do yoga, but I know you're not about the yoga life.
No. I feel like with revision, you need to be like not half-arsing it. Like do your revision and then do something else.
Like work hard, play hard. Don't just like...
Don't do half work, half play, because you'll drive yourself up the wall.
I was saying like don't, like while you're revising, don't have your phone there and every 5 minutes look on your phone and then do some 5 minutes revision, 5 minutes on your phone. Like that is rubbish. You just literally, nothing's going to go in.
Yeah, literally. When I say, like, when I'm revising, like yesterday, I was just so distracted, so I had my phone next to me and I just kept checking it, like, every 10 minutes.
Nah, not good.
And then, when I was finished, I was like, right, well, I've done 6 hours, but I need to take off at least half an hour of that for me just looking at my phone. So, like, just... when you're revising, revise, and when you're not revising, do something fun. Like, I always had a cut-off point. Like, I look at my time hop, and, like, last year, and at, like, 6 PM, at 6 PM, I'd stop. And once I've stopped, I'm not going to be like doing any more that day. Like, once I'm done for the day, I'm done for the day. So like make sure you have
Yeah.
clear lines of when you're not, like in the day as well, like even on my most intense revision days, I'll do like 3 hours of work and then I have an hour off. Nothing.
Yeah, for
I'll
me
go
it's
watch
lunch.
Friends.
Like,
Yeah.
I love the morning to do like hardcore, great,
Yeah.
productive supervision. Like, don't go on your phone, any of that. And then lunchtime, like, I will have like proper good break to make up for it.
Yeah, because I'm not a person that does like 20 minutes, 5-minute break. That's just not how I work. Because once I'm in it, I'm in the zone. But
The zone.
yeah, I like to have like clear cut times. Like over Easter, I'd do 3 hours and then watch 2 episodes of Friends. Then do 3 hours and watch 2 episodes of Friends. That's just how I worked.
Yeah.
Like that's how my brain, like I work like that. So make sure you like when you're not revising, don't revise. Like don't sit there with your
I
books
agree
in
with
front
that,
of you. Like put them
definitely.
away. What are your sources of motivation on days when you find it hard to revise and focus?
Oh.
When I find it really hard to
My
revise and focus.
source of motivation is this
Me!
one.
No, I actually do watch revision videos when I'm
Yeah,
not feeling
same.
motivated. I still get comments on my
No, but you see,
G7x
they stress me
video.
out.
They do.
A lot of the time they stress me out.
Some YouTubers really do stress me out.
Yeah.
Like some
I feel like
revision-
you're chilled, and that makes
Yeah.
me chilled. And hopefully I'm chilled too, but do you know what I mean?
yeah, I feel like some revision YouTubers, like they're really, really motivating, but they can also be like stressy.
Yeah.
Like some revision YouTubers are great, like they work really hard and like there's so many of them, like they're really organised and like it's so motivating at times, but sometimes if you're just on the edge it can really tip you over. When I'm feeling not focused, I just don't revise, like because if I'm like half-arsing it, I'd rather, like today, this morning, I just wasn't feeling it, like I just couldn't.
Yeah, as long as you like make up for it, it's fine.
I had a
It really
headache and I was
is.
like, well, I'll just do it tomorrow instead. Like,
Yeah.
if you know that you're doing that to procrastinate, then don't. But like, if you're really just not
Yeah.
feeling it, like if I said I was going to do 9 hours on a day and it gets to like the 8th hour and I'm just sort of doing it for the sake of doing it and not learning anything, then I'm
Yeah,
just...
I feel like if you're saying to yourself that you need like extra motivation, then you probably just either need to decide to yourself, are you gonna revise or are you not gonna revise?
Yeah.
Because there's no point like seeking some more motivation to do like another 10 minutes of like crappy revision so that you can have another break. Like, do you know what I mean? Just
know when enough's enough.
Yeah.
You know? And like, no, just like, sometimes your brain just don't want to do it. And that's just how it's going to be. Your brain's not always going to be in super fast revision mode. And you have to like, don't fight it. Just, when it happens, it happens. If you have a day off, day before my, no, not the day before
but
my
don't
Spanish.
have more than one day off
God,
at a time.
no.
Like, nah.
Day
don't do
before my
that.
Spanish exam, no, like I think it was a Saturday before my first exam, like my ASs, I literally just had the day off because my head was hurting and I was just tired. And I felt so, I got like the most revision done that I've ever got done that day after.
Oh, wow,
So
that's
it like
good.
made up for it, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have had one really productive day than 2 half-assed days. And if I'd have pushed myself on that Saturday rather than just going out and doing
Then you
something
might have had
else,
2 days
2
off
days,
or 3 days. Yeah.
and, like it all works out in the end.
Yeah.
How much time do revision YouTubers spend studying? This is one we had to talk about.
We talked about this so much. Okay.
Because I just don't think it's like I know this can piss you off, but like there isn't a
No.
hour. I will sometimes do 3 hours in a day. Sometimes I'll do like 9, 10.
Yeah.
So I can't.
I think it just depends on like not only the person.
Yeah, what subjects you take.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
subjects you take and like when your exams are.
Yeah, and
that
how
sort of
spread out
thing.
they are.
Yeah.
Like my friends are all revising so much this half term because they've got further maths, like chemistry, like they've still got so many exams.
Yeah, I've
whereas
still got 3.
I've got 1. So like I don't need to be revising as much as they do.
Yeah.
Also, it depends if you're a long-term, short-term learner.
Yes.
I personally would say I've done loads throughout the year. Like a school night, I'd probably do 3-4 hours on school night, maybe 5, just because I work long-term. And on like even on weekends, like even in like October, I'd be doing like at least 3 hours on a weekend, just because I work long-term. So then in exam season,
I agree with that.
in exam season, I don't do a lot. People think I do a lot of revision in exam season. In exam season, my number one focus is getting the exams done and getting enough sleep and just keeping myself like.
Whereas like if you're a crammer,
Then
like,
yeah, I've got friends like that.
Yeah, same here.
Hours and hours the night before, like.
Yeah, I feel like you just need to have been working the whole year. That's what you need to understand, is you need to work the whole year. You can't, even if you are a crammer, especially at A-level, you
still need to work
cannot
the whole
cram
year.
everything.
Yeah.
Um,
You probably don't need to work as much as I've done all year, but that's because I don't cram. Whereas if
yeah,
you are
you see,
gonna
I'm
cram,
kind of a bit of a crammer. Like, the thing
that
is,
works better
it's-
for you though.
Yeah, I work the whole year, and then I cram at the same time, so I'm sort of like both, but then I cram, and then I'll like take loads of time off for myself, if that makes any sense.
I get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm literally I'm the opposite. Like I work so hard all year, like probably harder than most people would.
Yeah.
But then in exam season, I'm kind of like chill as fuck. Like no, honestly, people just look at me. They're like, you're not revising. Like, well, I just don't need to anymore because I've kind of like hit that point where I just know
I
it.
get that.
I'm just a long term, but
You just know it.
But just remember that everyone learns differently. And I know people say that all the time, but it's so true. I've got friends that literally cram the night before till like 1 in the morning. They'll get home from an exam at 3, revise till 1. I get home from an exam at 3, go over stuff for about an hour and a half, watch film, have a bath, whatever, and we both end up getting the same grade.
Yeah, there is no amount of hours,
because we've learnt differently. So like hours,
yeah.
I think, yeah, if you're doing like 10 minutes a day, it might be a bit of a problem. Like,
maybe.
I might do like 8-9 hours a day, but like someone could have done 6 and that could have been just as productive.
I think the whole thing is that you need to realise is it's not about the amount of hours or the amount of time, it is the quality of the revision that you're doing.
And how well you feel after you've done it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're just like mindlessly watching videos, reading the textbook, reading your notes and reading your flashcards, it's so passive that you could do like 10 hours, what's going to go in?
Nothing.
Or you can do like 45-minute sessions of like hardcore, proper, you know, like testing yourself.
Revision, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff that's like going to be the difference, if you know what I mean.
Revision that actually feels hard to do, like you're actually physically having to reach inside your brain to do it. Like, because there's some revision where you're just reading stuff and at the time you're like, yeah, I get this. But then 2-3 hours later you're going to be like,
wait, what?
Whereas like, if I do Quizlet or I get my mum to test me on something, I'll remember that for a lot longer.
Yeah.
But it was a lot harder at the time. So I feel like it's like
I agree.
quality over quantity. What grades do you want this year?
What grades do I want? Well, I want to get the best that I can get.
I'd like to get 4 A's this year. That would be the ideal.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to say that you want C's and B's, are you? I mean, I want to pass chemistry. I'm just going to put that out there. Please, can I have above a B in chemistry, please? Like.
Yeah, that's me with English. I would like an A in English, please. Thank you, Jesus, whoever.
You, please. Revision
EXO,
gods.
Please, just give me an A. No, I'm predicted all A's, and I got all A's in my mocks, so I'm hoping that will just.
Yeah, that's good.
That will just.
I mean, I'm predicted A's, but like the thing is, all your predicted grades at A level are purely based on your GCSE grades.
That's so bad that they do that. You know?
It is, because it's like completely different subjects and stuff. So yeah, I'm obviously predicted even A stars next year, which is like crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying.
So
it's a lot of pressure as well having predicted grades, I think.
It really is.
But hey, do you ever feel pressure to get good grades because you have a revision channel? I wish I never uploaded my GCSE results video, because I swear to God.
No, definitely, like 100%, yes.
But Eve!
And like, you've been having this so much, like you've had the channel so much longer than I have, so you must feel it so much more.
Eve, you got all A stars at GCSE, of course you're going to get all A's at AS.
Yeah, same here. Like, oh Jay, like why are you even bothering to revise? You know what I mean?
Because I have to.
Yeah.
I didn't get those grades willy-nilly. Yeah. I literally, you know what though? I was looking at how much revision I did last year compared to this year, and it was like nothing compared to this year.
Same here.
And I'm here like, how did I do it?
Do you know what I mean?
Trust me, like
A level. No, you can't do that, guys.
I feel under so much more pressure this year as well. Like, because I feel like if I don't get A's this year, not only is everyone on here gonna judge me, everyone at school is gonna be like, what the hell? Teachers are going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, fully, I came out my English exam and I was like, I failed it, like, it was awful. And then my English teacher was like, if you're not going to get an A, who's going to get an A? And
but I hate that.
Everybody else is going to get an A.
Because then if everyone else does get an A, you don't. Well, it's like,
so awkward. No, trust me, I feel under so much pressure this year. Honestly, up until this year, the only pressure I felt has been from myself, but this year I feel a lot of pressure from like YouTubers. No, it's not your fault.
But the thing is, it's not like individual people putting pressure on.
It's general.
Just the overall like vibe of having like a revision channel, if you get me.
You expect people who've got a revision channel to be getting like full marks and everything. We don't get full marks and everything.
Like, you're expecting like an AS results day video, and you're expecting like a thumbnail or something with like us holding up our thing with like
full UMS.
Yeah, full UMS.
Full marks. Oh yeah, we were just saying like, don't expect us to get full marks, because it's just, we are human, we do make mistakes, and like, if I do get full marks, it's not in time conditions, so don't stress.
See, I feel like now it's been really awkward if you get full UMS.
I'm not gonna get full UMS.
I'm just sat here like, okay,
full UMS will be happening this year.
Chemistry, but I do chemistry, so I'm literally like gonna fail. No,
you're not gonna fail chemistry. It's fine. See, we are human and we do worry. We don't just automatically, like, I watch YouTube videos of revision YouTubers, and I'm guilty of just assuming that they get full marks. When they don't. You just have to keep telling yourself they don't. find the content for your A-levels really interesting or generally boring, but you know it must be done. I love my A-levels. I love all 4 of mine. Well, politics not so much, but like my other 3.
I mean, chemistry. Thing is with chemistry, I like enjoy chemistry and like doing it across the year and stuff. It just gets to the exams, and it just feels like, well, why have I been trying? Because this is like completely different. It's just so hard. Okay, I feel you with that. Yeah. Maths is like.
Alright.
Maths across the year and stuff. Maths is like okay. Biology, I personally find really interesting. It's just so much content.
Yeah, I love all of mine. I mean. Yeah. I'd much prefer it to GCSE content-wise, and the lessons are so much more fun. Yeah, I agree with that. The lessons are way much more fun. You're close with your teachers.
Yeah, like there are only 6 people in my English class, which I love. Yeah, like, it's so good. You have like discussion. It's really good.
Yeah, literally, like you just have smaller classes, and I don't mind like I'm really struggling this half term because with like Spanish, German and English, I could literally sit for hours and revise them, and like because I'm interested, it wasn't that much of a chore. Whereas politics, I'm just sat there like I swear it's just so dry that I don't feel the motivation to learn it. So definitely take ones that you think you're gonna like. Yeah,
I agree with that. Well, I think that the content's interesting at first, but when it comes to revision you're not even learning anything new. You are just going over stuff that you've already gone over, so it becomes not interesting anymore because you're just going over stuff you've already like learned, if you get me.
It's well annoying, to be fair, I think. Did you guys get in your mocks A-level and GCSE?
You go.
Okay, so I got all A stars in my GCSE mocks and I got all A's at AS.
You perfect human.
So did you though.
No, I didn't. Well, okay. Yeah, I got all A stars in my GCSE mocks, but I worked so hard for those mocks.
I revised so much for my mocks. I probably revised just as much, like
if not more. Yeah. I think I actually revised. Not gonna lie to you, I think I almost revised more for my GCSE mocks than I did my GCSEs.
So did I.
Because you know we had less exams almost. And I feel like that is the true reason I did well in my GCSEs. It's like the base.
My mocks.
Yeah, the base to build upon.
When I got to Easter, I wasn't revising stuff that I hadn't revised before. Like, I already remembered most of it from mocks. So, like, because I did well in my mocks, but that didn't come at, like, that wasn't just naturally me doing well. Like, I revised a lot for my mocks for both. Like, Christmas holidays this year, I did not leave the house, literally. I revised so much. But then it was worth it.
I didn't have mocks.
You're so jealous. I really wish I hadn't.
We had, like mocks in like the lessons, but that was like a week before our actual exams.
So that's like not mocks then.
No, it wasn't like in January or anything.
Yeah, we had like full on mock week the week after.
No, I just had a great Christmas. I just didn't do like anything.
I'm so jealous. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, but yeah, just because we did well in our mocks, that was because we revised them. It wasn't just like natural intelligence. Like,
I mean, okay, I think some people you've got to admit, some people are more academically inclined. Yeah. Like that is just.
But that's natural. Like I am just naturally like academic. But that doesn't mean that my grades just like fall onto my lap. Yeah. Like if I didn't revise, I'd do shit. But I do revise, so I feel like I probably don't need to revise as much as other people for some things. Like
I agree with that.
For like languages, it just comes naturally to me more than it does other people. But that doesn't mean that I don't revise for it at all. So like, I feel like it's finding the balance, you know. What are your opinions of The Great Gatsby? I'm studying at AS.
The Great Gatsby. Hated studying it for like exams. Like God, that was the exam I was most scared for English.
Yeah, same.
However, I think it's a really nice book.
It's probably one of the best books I've ever read, like written wise. Like I feel like it's gorgeous.
Like even the quotes from it and stuff.
Like it's like a long poem, isn't it really? Yeah, it is. Like that's my favourite book, like quote wise. I just love it because it's like gorgeous to read and it's easy to read as well. Like it just flows naturally. But
and it's short.
Studying it. Yeah. God's sake, who put that on the A-level spec?
I completely agree.
It just ruins
it for you. I have to compare it to another book. Like, who came up with that? That's not a good idea.
We have to do that next year, and I just don't want to. Fully, like, I hate writing about it because there's so much to say with Gatsby. With my other texts, it's kind of like there's a few general themes. With Gatsby, it's so, like... It's just, you can analyse everything. Like, genuinely, I reckon in the exam they could just give you like a sentence and you could probably
be like, right, here's a question. Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, it's not very fun to study, but it's a good book.
Like, it is a good book. I'll give you that. I'll give Fitzgerald that.
It's a good book. How do you not become tired when you finished one exam and have more?
Trust me, I'm tired, but you just power through it.
Yeah. I feel like it's like the fear of having another exam motivates you. Like, trust me, if I don't have an exam the next day, I will not be revising that evening. Like, that's just how I am. I'm so tired after an exam.
But I don't know, okay, that would stress me out. I can't do no revision like the night before. I don't know how you do that.
Night before an exam I'll do it, but like,
okay.
not like say if like I've got an exam Wednesday afternoon and I don't have another one till Friday morning.
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon I probably won't do much. Like I'm busy on Wednesdays anyway.
Oh, like
because I know that I know it already. So
I'd love to be in that situation.
I'm such a long-term learner that I'm like...
I guess. You see, I need to do a bit of, like, cramming sort of beforehand.
I get you, because I feel like it's for confidence, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I
Whereas,
get that,
like,
yeah.
actually, I tried to cram for my first English Lit exam this year, and it just sent me off into a huge panic attack spiral, whereas my one for... my other English Lit exam, in the morning we went out, we went for a walk, we chilled, and I went in that exam feeling so much better because I already know it.
So much of your exam is about mindset. Like, if you are feeling chilled, and if you're a natural stressor, then I feel like
you need to do what I need to do.
Whereas I think I'm just quite a naturally chilled person, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I think for me, you know, doing a bit of revision and stuff, like I need to do that.
I mean, it's not like I do not, especially if I've got a morning exam. Like if I've had a morning exam, I'll have like an hour or two after the exam just to like get that exam out my brain, but then I'll revise for the rest of the day. But it won't be like intense revision. Like for me, the times I do intense revision are like when I've got days off in exam season. I will revise a lot on those days. Like that
Thursday. Study leave generally,
Study leave, Christ. That you take full advantage of your, like when you've got an exam that day, you just need to accept that you're not going to get that much done because you're going to be tired. Like you can get revision done,
you just don't think about the exam too much. I think
just
the danger is the more you overthink, the worse it's gonna go.
Yes, 100%, 100%, and I can vouch for that. So like if you're tired, like because sometimes after an exam I feel like physically I just cannot do anything. Like after my English Lit exam I was so
it depends
shattered.
How it goes. If you feel like the exam went rubbish, the rest of the day is like screwed.
Friday was a write-off. Friday it was a morning exam and I wasted the rest of the day because I was so upset for the whole day, and like there was no point in me sitting there trying to revise. I needed to like get my head back together, get my headspace, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday I was like, on it. But I feel like it just depends.
On it.
Yeah, because I had 3 days till my next exam, so my German teacher was like, look, you're clearly upset, so just have the day off. And sometimes you just need to know when it's better. I feel like you need to know in your head when it's counterproductive to revise, because I think sometimes it can be. I agree with
that, definitely.
Sometimes it definitely can be, I think. But do you revise the whole year round or just in exam season?
Guys.
Whole year round.
Yeah. Well, okay, the thing is,
not like intense revision.
Not like revision for the end of year exams. No, don't do that. But if you've got mini exams, you're revising for that.
Put your full effort into it, I think, if you have a mini exam, because you'll thank yourself at the end of the year. Look, if you start revising in September, you're not going to remember it.
No, don't do that. And also, you wouldn't have learned like anything yet. Don't do that.
Make your notes, I think. Make your notes as you go. Make them good notes, and make sure when you're like,
I agree with that.
When you're like doing stuff, don't just do the homework. Like, do something else. Like if for English, like if you've got homework, then just like research a little bit extra into it. If you've got chemistry, like just do a little bit extra. Like if you've got some extra questions, like just all year.
Do it round like all year round, and then when you hit exams, it's not too bad.
It's not as stress. Like honestly, if you spread the workload, look, it's A levels. You're still going to be stressed exam season, but even though you're stressed, you'll be more prepared than you think you are because you'll have had that whole year. I was in my English exam and I remember writing a mind map on something that I did in like September. So like you'll be amazed.
That's so good.
Right.
That's so good.
Literally. So you'll be amazed at what your brain actually thinks.
Yeah.
Do you find it easy to relax in exam season even when you know you've still got work to do? Yes.
Wait, what was the question?
Do you find it easy to relax even when you know you've still got work to do in exam season?
Yes.
Yeah, because if I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you've got like boundaries, which is good.
Yeah.
I think I'm just pretty relaxed.
Yeah. Draw them lines. I'm the stressiest stress head ever. So like if I've found that the more I actually give myself time to relax, the better I do in exams.
Yeah, I definitely, if I am feeling like my most relaxed, I will do just 100,000 times better.
Me too.
So yeah.
That's why, because working stresses me out in exam season because you know when you do the night before and you feel like there's loads of stuff that you don't know.
Yes.
That's
so stressful.
For me personally, it doesn't work for me to cram the night before just because it will send me off into a tears. Whereas like other people might feel more relaxed because they've crammed, because they feel like they know more.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just figure out what works for you because it does not work for me.
I feel like the danger with cramming is you can get like really mixed up.
Yeah, because
you're just literally like absorb.
What would you do if you got bad grades this year?
I mean, I'd live with it because most of them don't count.
They don't count, so I mean it's not that deep. I mean I'd be upset because I feel like I've worked really hard this year, and I feel like I wouldn't be upset about the grades. I'd just be upset that it's like a waste of a year and waste of effort.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I mean, it also depends on what you mean, like bad. If you mean like failing?
D's.
Or do you mean bad, like, for us? Yeah.
Because, like, success is relative, isn't it, really?
It
like,
really
for me,
is.
a B would be a bad grade. Not because B's are bad. I'm not saying B's are bad. But for me, having been predicted all A's, having been achieving A's all year, like, a B would be bad for me, and I'd be really disappointed in myself, not in the grade, in myself.
I think if I did get a B in chemistry, like, I would love to get an A, because at the start of year I was like getting A's and stuff, but if I got a B, I think I'd be pretty happy because of the amount of effort and stress and everything that I've gone through.
exactly.
Whereas the others, I want A's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, you know, I put the work in. I know I put the work in.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's fine.
So hopefully we won't be getting bad grades. Have you guys genuinely ever gotten a bad grade or a grade that you didn't expect, even through hard work, and how did you learn from it?
Yes.
Yeah, like I've never, it's not a case of every single exam I've sat like I've got 4 marks. Didn't happen. Like I've had essays that I've got back in English that I'm just not happy with.
I hate the ones where you feel like they're amazing though, and you hand it in, and you get it back and you're like, oh, what?
Damn it. Yeah. I think I'm the worst at learning from bad grades. I will mope for ages. I'll sit and feel sorry for myself. I'll compare my grades to other
think
people.
I'll mope in the moment, and then I'll get home and I'll be like, right, okay. Especially
time to
like
change.
if you get sent the mark scheme or something, I'll be like productive and go through the mark scheme. I find that quite helpful.
Yeah. When I did bad on an English essay, I was like, right. I was really upset about it. And I got really upset, and I was comparing it to everybody else, and I was like, oh my god, what a failure. And then I sat and was like, right, no, I'm going to go to my English teacher, and she sat and went through it with me. And I
it's so helpful to go to a teacher. Like, guys, use your teachers. They're there, you know what I mean?
If you get a bad grade from hard work, don't stress, because really you know you put the work in, so you couldn't have done any better. And often when you get a bad grade like that, it's just a silly mistake in the heat of the moment. So it's something that you can fix. If your parents are strict with your grades, this is the thing.
This is the thing as well. Okay,
my mom has not once in my life, like genuinely not exaggerating, in my life ever said to me, you need to revise, you need to get good grades, like ever.
Me neither.
Not a single time. With my sister. All the time. With
really?
me,
wait, no way.
Yeah, with me, no, I've just always worked myself. My mum would not care. I think sometimes she wishes that I didn't care as much about my grades. She's like, Eve, I literally wouldn't care if you got B. I was like, I would care.
I actually think that if your parents are on you, you are like more
less
likely less likely to do a revision.
Yes.
I think personally, my dad didn't go to uni. My mum is Dutch, and she did like a Dutch degree or whatever, but she doesn't use it now. And I think like they're way more concerned with like mental health and how I'm feeling.
Me too.
And I think the fact is, because the motivation like comes from me and I choose to do the revision, then it's like, I don't know, it's just so much better anyway.
It all comes from within.
Yeah, I feel like if I had strict parents, I wouldn't want to do a revision.
No,
I just wouldn't do it.
The only time my mum is strict is telling me to stop revising. Like, she'll take my books off me sometimes.
Really? My parents like do not care. Like, they just don't come in.
My mum just tends not to bother with me with revision. Like, she knows I'm working and she'll just let me get on with it. No one's
The thing is, like, if you do badly, you know you're going to work harder to do better. So, like, your parents don't need to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my mum is telling me, like, my mum's the one telling me, like, Eve, you don't need to stress if you do badly. Like, we won't love you any less. And I'm like, but I feel like you will. Do you ever purposely put across the impression that you're doing more or less work than you actually are? I think, like, people might think that I do a lot more than I actually do, but I don't mean for it to come across like that.
No, yeah, I would never... I think the thing is, I would never lie to you guys.
No.
I would never...
If I had a day when I've done no work, I've done no work today, guys, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Hand on my heart, I've done nothing. Like,
I mean, I can't really imagine what I'd say. Like, oh yeah, I've just done 8 hours of revision, coming now to film a video, like... There's just no point, because if anything, I'm trying to convince myself that I've done more work that way, and that's not helping you.
No, it's not.
Because then you feel more chilled about how much revision you've done, and then you probably end up doing less, and
If I've done 8 hours, I've done 8 hours. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I've done like 2. I'm not going to downplay what I've done. Like, when people when people are like, how much revision have you done? I'm like, genuinely, okay, sometimes I do 9 hours, 10 hours, I'm not lying, but then sometimes I'll have days off. Yeah, and when I do none, I'm not lying to make me sound like I have a social life. I probably didn't do any in that time, you know what I mean? Yeah, like if I'm out, I'm not out on my Quizlet, I'm out doing something fun.
At the party, like.
Yeah, I'm vocab, no, trust me, I'm not. What time do you both work best, morning, afternoon or evening? Morning! I get so much more done in the morning. My work motivation slowly dwindles, like...
Same here. I'm actually so bad at like midday.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I have to break at lunch.
I can't do it.
I'm the worst, honestly, like, I'm cool in the morning, I can get loads done. That's why I get up at 7, because I can work like all morning.
That's why I get up at 5.
Honestly, on study leave, I will work like all day and then have the evening to myself, because I know that I'm less productive. That's why I hate school time, because I know you have to work in the evening. I can be good in the evening, you know, sometimes I have like a real motivation burst when I'm at school, but whenever I've got a full day off, most of my work will be done morning, afternoon.
Same here,
evening.
completely. Like, especially in study leave and stuff, like the morning is just my priority
time. Yeah, me too. I get all my best work is always done in the morning.
Me too.
Like, honestly, like sometimes I will literally get up at 7 and just blitz it till 12, because I know that those
same here. Yeah,
5 hours
12 is really good.
Like then you've done 5 hours, so then I'll do like a couple more hours in the afternoon, but like I know that if I start to dwindle, I powered through 5 hours when my brain's been like on it.
Yeah, I feel like my brain literally is just on it in the morning, whereas late at night I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, like nothing's like going in.
Yeah. Make your notes really aesthetically pleasing.
Nah. No. You should see well, you've kind of seen some of my notes. They're so bad. I'm not like a colour person or anything like that. You know, okay, have you seen on Instagram those like study
I can't follow them because they make me feel so rubbish.
Like, good for them. They're amazing and stuff, but like...
Fact, neat notes does not equal cleverness, because I have friends that stress me out because their notes are so beautifully neat, they're gorgeous, we get the same grades, it just depends on how your brain works, because...
Yeah, I mean, then again, I'm a visual learner, so I guess you'd assume that like more aesthetically pleasing notes would be better, but I think people get lost, like get lost in the time of just doing it, and, like colouring it in or doing drawings. I found for geography last year though, I did do little drawings for like everything. All the case studies, and that like helped me. But in general, you just need to test yourself. I think that's so important, and that's not...
I mean, make it legible, but like, it doesn't need to be like beautiful. Yeah. All of this sort of stuff, like, it doesn't need to be. Like, if you work best like that, then cool, but like, there's no point in spending hours making a beautiful mind map if you don't know it. Do you know what I mean? Like... Do what you need to do to get the grades. If you had to pick one of each other's subjects, which would you pick?
We discussed this, and I have no idea, okay, because you do English, obviously, and I do English, okay? You do Spanish, and I didn't do Spanish GCSE. You do German, and I didn't do German GCSE. And you do politics, and as much as I follow a bit of the news, I'm just rubbish at politics, and I have, like, no idea what's going on. So, what would I do? Maybe Spanish, maybe?
Spanish, yeah. If you like pretend that you did it for GCSE, like
Spanish, because I would have taken French. That was like one of my.
Did you not do a language at all at GCSE?
No, I did. Like French was my GCSE. I would have done it at A level. Yeah. That was like my reserve. So I probably would do a language. Yeah.
If I had to take yours, I would.
Chemistry!
I think if I was...
Chemistry was like the subject you changed from though.
Yeah, I switched... Chemistry was my reserve, just as French was yours. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't take chemistry, and after everything I've heard about it, I would... Right, if I was taking it based on, like, being good at it, I'd probably take maths. I just found maths really easy. Like, maths was just... I was naturally good at maths.
But maths really easy? How?
I was just good at maths. Biology I think I would take though, I think, because I always loved biology as like a science, but I hate plants. I like human biology.
Really? I find them really interesting.
No, human biology, I'm like, yes, slay me, queen, I loved it.
Yeah,
I hate being plants. So, I don't know, I don't really think I'd take either, but biology, like, gun to my head, biology. What is the hardest subject you do? I know which one you're going to say!
Yeah.
I would say...
Save the question.
Hardest one.
You change all the time.
I do, because I think politics is just easier than all of the rest of them. Like, just by a long shot, just because it's literally regurgitating. My other three are really challenging A-levels, like, I'm not gonna lie, because it's languages and English lit. I would say exam-wise, English lit is the hardest, just because it's just so
variable, like, nah.
But I'd say content-wise, German, because German is just a difficult language. German is just a hard language compared to
I kind of wish, like, we just didn't really have much of an option to do German or that. Because, like, I obviously speak Dutch, partially. I feel like they're so similar.
You would have found it easier, I think, yeah. What are your plans for when exams are over?
To live my life, finally. I want to upload way more videos. I want to, like, finally upload a 5 AM morning routine. I want to film that so much.
Yeah. I just want to, I feel like I keep saying to myself I want to wind down and just chill, but to be fair, I've been doing that like slowly.
Yeah.
It's well weird because this time last year I was not winding down because I still had so many exams.
Yeah, we had like 10. I can't even imagine having like 10
I was
left.
This time last year I was still in intense revision mode, whereas I know I don't need to be this year. So my brain's like, why are you winding down? You shouldn't be. And I'm like, oh, but I should. But my brain's like, well, do you need to? It's weird this year. It's really weird because like.
Yeah. I mean, what have you got planned this summer? What are you doing?
Go to Berlin, go to Switzerland, summer in the city, sleeping, reading a lot. I want to read a lot of books this summer while I've got the chance to. And just generally just like not being busy but with stuff that's not school.
Yeah, same here. Like I'm doing my gold DV for ages, literally ages. What else am I doing? I'm going on holiday, which would be good. And that's basically my entire summer because DV just takes up all of summer.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
DV.
But I'm in Norway, so it's fine.
It could be worse, to be fair. People at school ever annoy you about the videos you make?
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
And do you know what the worst thing is? You've got a revision channel, you've got all the stars at Jesus, you'll do fine. And like teachers as well make little comments about it.
Yeah, they do.
All the time. I'll tell you my favourite story.
Go.
When I was in chemistry one time, I was like, can I go to the toilet please? And my teacher was like, as long as you don't vlog it. And one time in English, I was sat and there was 3 year 9s that walked past the window and they were like, oh my god, it's Eve Bennett. Right, and my English teacher just looks at me and she's like, I swear to God, there's nothing special about you, Eve, because obviously, whatever. So she was I just see you as Eve, and then there's all these students totally fangirl. She's like, I swear to God, if I ever see your arse on the front cover of a magazine, that I'll be like, that is not the Eve that I know. And I just remember that so much. But that's so funny. Stuff like that happens all the time, like just sly little comments. Like, they're funny, but it's also really awkward sometimes.
I feel like with mine, like, as well, because it's literally just, like, grown like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it wasn't, like, a gradual thing. I feel like just one day everyone knew. So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you get bored when exams are over? No!
No! Okay, we read this and we were like, do you get bored?
What do you think we do? Like, I don't, right. Okay, there are some revision YouTubers that genuinely do, like love exams and love studying. Now, don't get me wrong, I love learning, I love education, I love school, or obviously I wouldn't have the motivation to revise if I didn't. When exams are done, I'm gonna go live my life.
Live your life, yeah, come
have
on.
Have barbecues, parties, live. Like this year it's a bit different because you kind of just have to go straight back to school.
That's true.
Next year,
but still, I'm not gonna be thinking,
Trust me, after my GCSEs last year, I did not touch a book until like the week
in
before
the
I went back
and stuff. I'm not gonna be doing like extra revision just for the sake of revision.
God no, I'll be doing
because I'll be missing
stuff.
it. Like no.
Maximum I'll be doing is reading stuff for UCAS. That's literally it. Like. That is it. I don't like enjoy exams. I enjoy learning. Honestly, if I could just do school without the exams, I would be.
Please.
I would be fine, dandy. I love learning, but oh my god, no. I am like a go hard and then do nothing sort of person. Like.
So you're going hard right now, and then summer.
Nothing.
Bam.
Like I'm not even going that hard at the moment, but you know what I mean. Generally, I'm like a work, break.
Yeah.
I'm not half-assed sort of person. But no, we don't get bored after exams.
Like, no, guys, come on.
No, we don't get bored.
No.
We don't do extra stuff.
No.
We just do what we need to do to pass our exams.
Yeah.
Trust me. We're not that sort of people. I swear to God, people must think that we literally like enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. Like,
we don't.
Do you think I want to be stressed? Like, no.
No. Do
you think I want to sit in that exam room? No.
No. I just. We don't.
Just the whole like atmosphere around exams is horrible. So like, it's for everyone is at breaking point.
And competitive with each other, like doing different amounts of revision. Yeah. You're always panicking. Like right now, I've got that niggling thought in the back of my head. Like I could have just pied Jade off and done more revision today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's awful. I mean, no, and when you have done exams, you can do exactly all the stuff that you were doing, just without the guilt. You can watch TV, not feel guilty.
Exactly.
And my final message would be. Don't think you need to be revising 24 hours a day. It's okay to have time to yourself.
Because even we have time to ourselves.
Honestly, I think Ibs, right, he had like a rule of 8. So we did 8 hours revision a day, 8 hours sleep, and 8 hours doing what he wanted. And I think that's such a good. That's a good sort of balance to have. Like, don't spend your whole day revising because you will drive yourself mental.
Yeah.
Go out, do fun stuff. Don't. Because, like, no matter, if you say to yourself, right, I've got a week of study leave, I'm going to revise 8 hours a day, every day, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think I tend to do, like, halved days. So I love to have, like, the morning, really hardcore, productive, hardly go on my phone, and then like the afternoon, like walk the dog and do all the things that like I would have liked to have been doing. But if you like do it that way rather than like bitty in between, then the revision is still productive and you're still like chilling.
You get a good balance, yeah, because if you spend a whole day just on your phone, off your phone, then
you might as well just not be doing it.
You could have done like 4 hours no touching your phone, 4 hours on your phone, rather than 8 hours on and off your phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say don't think we like don't do fun stuff, because we do.
We do.
It just because we have a revision channel, you tend to see more revision than you do fun stuff. So don't stress. Good luck with your exams. This has been the longest video ever.
This is literally like...
This is going to be like a solid 40 minutes, hour long. Sorry. Good luck with your exams.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
And don't get bored after they finish.
Yeah, just like...
No. Good luck with your exams.
Good luck, guys.
Make sure you subscribe to Jade.
Yes, please.
I'll link her down below.
UnJaded Jade.
UnJaded Jade.
It's actually the weirdest name ever. It's
I know, I love it.
It's so clumsy. When you say it like UnJaded Jade, it's so clumsy.
UnJaded Jade. I love it.
Thanks.
See you later.
See you guys. Bye.